Hello out there, everybody. Manny here at Area 503. And I hope you all have been well since our last video. Today I would like to speak with you all a little bit about some recent announcements in the field of space exploration. I'd like to start with an article from last year. On March 23, 2018, it was reported that the European Space Agency was testing a new air-breathing ion thruster. These new thrusters are able to collect trace amounts of oxygen in the upper atmosphere and convert it into fuel on the fly. Satellites that are equipped with this new revolutionary type of thruster are estimated to be able to maintain orbit indefinitely as they can replace their fuel source without landing back on Earth. Now, I can think of many different applications for this type of thruster here on Earth, but I can also see how this is going to be extremely useful on future missions to other planets. Way to go, ESA. Well done, guys. The European Space Agency wasn't the only one that announced a new thruster recently. Blue Origin announced their BE7 liquid hydrogen liquid oxygen engine that boasts a whopping 10,000 pounds of thrust.
We're going to hot fire it for the first time this summer, which is the only reason we can do that is because we've been working on it for 3 years. Most of it is printed. It has 10,000 pounds of thrust, and it has very deep throttling capability. That's critical for a lunar descent engine because this lander, when it's fully loaded with fuel, weighs 33,000 pounds. When it's done its descent burn and it's just about to land and the fuel is almost gone, it weighs less than 7,000 pounds. And so to provide the right amount of force on the vehicle with the engine, you need to be able to throttle it way down as the vehicle is getting lighter because it's burning its own fuel.
So these engines are amazing, and they run off of hydrogen and oxygen, which is water. A process called electrolysis separates water into hydrogen and oxygen, and presto, you have water into rocket fuel. And that's pretty damn cool, in my opinion. Let's talk more about Blue Moon for a little bit. Blue Moon is Blue Origin's manned lunar lander project. One of my longtime poker buddies, Jeff Bezos, recently unveiled a life-size mock-up of the project. Let's take a look.
Let me show you something. This is Blue Moon. We've been working on this lander for 3 years. It's a very large lander. It'll soft land in a precise way, 3.6 metric tons onto the lunar surface.
The Blue Moon is Blue Origin's answer to the recent mandate by NASA to return U.S. astronauts to the moon by the year 2024. It is a fully contained lunar landing module. Check out this short simulation that shows how it'll work.
I'm going to show you a mission sim. This is not a cartoon. This is real physics here. We've been simulating this for a long time. You'll note a couple of things. One thing is when this vehicle, there are payload bays here on the sides, and when this vehicle is in orbit around the moon, it's a kind of extra mission, a bonus mission. It can launch small satellites into orbit around the moon so that we can do certain kinds of science. You see it happening here. So we're deploying a number of small satellites before we do our landing. You're going to see a set of burns that will take us down to the surface. The primary burn is 6 minutes long. This BE7 engine will be firing for 6 minutes. It's a very long burn. The we verticalize about 1 kilometer above the surface. You can see that happening now. A very precise landing, again, using those flash lidars to detect surface features and using those for navigation. Now we're going to watch as the Davit system, which is inspired by a naval system, deploys a rover. Look at those long shadows. The shadows are always long on the poles of the moon. Wow.
Wow, you said it, buddy. Congratulations. I'm excited for you. It really is impressive to see the lunar lander of the future. One of Jeff and I's other poker buddies, Elon Musk over at SpaceX, also congratulated Blue Origin by posting this tweet. You'll notice Elon spent a whole great deal of time scrubbing out the name Blue Moon and changing it to this. Ha ha ha, good one, Elon. Speaking of Elon Musk, he recently tweeted this picture of his StarLink satellites from the SpaceX program, all packed up and ready to launch. This picture shows the first 60 of 12,000 satellites that will form the StarLink satellite constellation, permanently in orbit above the Earth. StarLink will provide high-speed internet to a majority of the world. Wait, is this program called StarLink or Skynet?
This has to be a mistake. I know what you're looking for, sir, but Skynet is not ready for a system-wide connection.
That's not what your civilian counterparts over there just told me.
Skynet defense system
We're in.
now activated.
Skynet fully operational.
Starlink is scheduled to become operational sometime in the mid-2020s. And I suppose if Starlink takes over the world, at least Elon will be able to pay me back the $100 he owes me from last week's poker game. Anyhow, I think we should all keep a real good eye on this project. But for now, let's move on to our next piece. On May 9th, 2019, Space.com reported the winner of NASA's 3D printed Mars Habitat Challenge. AI SpaceFactory created a 3D habitat they call Marsha.
Hey, you guys. Oh, my
No, not that Marsha. This Marsha. This 3D printer can print a habitat in about 10 hours. And it really is an amazing thing to witness Marsha in action. This sort of technology is just plain exciting to see. It gives us a glimpse into the future of space colonization. AI-controlled 3D printers assembling human habitats on distant planets before human settlers arrive. I could also see this technology used here on Earth to build habitats in severe locations prior to human settlement, or by using them to mass-produce human dwellings, thereby eliminating the labor cost and reducing housing costs to a negligible number, as long as you don't mind living in a home that looks like a giant mud dauber wasp built it. Well, guys, that's all I got for now, and as always, you can find the links to all of my source material in the description of the video below. If you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe to our channel. We appreciate all the support. As always, this has been Manny at Area 503, and I wish you all the best until we meet again. I am out of here to continue my search for universal truth.